In a world of constant change, there is one thing we cannot deny: everything will eventually turn to dust. What we consider eternal, what we believe will always be with us, will all return to dust over time. People, careers, and even our dreams and hopes can all dissipate according to the laws of nature. No matter how hard we try to preserve the things we love, they cannot escape the law of impermanence. This is a painful but profound realization, a truth that all of us must face. There is no way to avoid it. Throughout our lives, we attach ourselves to material things, relationships, and career successes, thinking that they will be sources of lasting happiness. We seek stability and security in these things, hoping that they will be a solid foundation to overcome the challenges of life. However, when faced with constant changes, when life takes us through challenging and painful times, we realize that all of those things will eventually return to dust. That is an unchangeable truth. Dust, in our perception, is not only an image of destruction, but also a symbol of impermanence. Everything in this world is subject to the effects of time, even the most seemingly durable things. Skyscrapers, cultural relics, great human achievements, all will be erased by time. A person's career can collapse overnight. A relationship can break down for reasons beyond our control. Everything, big or small, can turn to dust over time. Dust is not only an image of the end, but a testament to the impermanent nature of the universe. A tree that grows will eventually fall. A wave that hits the shore will eventually die. And every moment of our lives, whether happy or sad, will pass. While this may make us feel anxious about the uncertainty of life, in fact, this awareness of impermanence can be very empowering. It is not a warning of despair or helplessness, but a powerful reminder that life is precious and we should cherish every moment we have. If we realize that everything will pass, that nothing is permanent, we will no longer be so anxious or fearful about the future. We will know how to live more fully in each moment of our lives. So can we find happiness in impermanence? Is there a way to live a full life, even when we know that everything will turn to dust? The answer is yes, and it is this awareness of impermanence that can help us find meaning and happiness in life. We will learn to appreciate what we have, to be grateful for the small but precious things. Instead of being overly attached to material things or certain relationships, we will learn to let go and live more freely without being bound by fear or anxiety. When we understand that everything has its cycle, that change is inevitable, we will no longer be afraid of the fluctuations of life. Instead, we will learn to embrace change with a calm and peaceful mind. Impermanence is not a bad thing, but a part of life, an indispensable part of the evolutionary journey of the universe. What comes will also go, and what goes will also return. Everything has its time, and we just need to learn to live in that time. With this awareness, we will also no longer feel so anxious or regretful about the past. We will know that the past is just a part of the journey, and no matter what we do, the past cannot be changed. Instead of trying to hold on to memories, successes, or failures of the past, we will learn to let go and live in the present. We will understand that the present is the only thing we can control, and only by living fully in the present can we find peace and happiness. The awareness of impermanence helps us to look at life more deeply, to appreciate the small things and see the beauty in fleeting moments. Sometimes it is in the short moments, in the moments without promises, that we find true peace and happiness. When we see life as a series of precious moments, we will learn to live each day to the fullest, without hesitation or doubt. Dust, therefore, is not only a symbol of destruction, but also a testament to eternal life, the continuation of life after each cycle. And if we can accept this impermanence, we will no longer be controlled by anxiety and fear. We will live a life of freedom, serenity, and meaning. Dust will not be something to be afraid of, but something we need to understand and cherish, because it is an indispensable part of life. So, instead of seeing impermanence as something to be afraid of, let's accept it as a part of life. And when we realize that everything will return to dust, we will know how to let go of unnecessary things, no longer be afraid of change, and live fully with what we have. We will learn to live in the present, without worrying too much about the future or regretting the past. Dust is not the end, but the beginning of a new journey, a new cycle, a constant rebirth. Only when we understand and accept this impermanence will we find true peace and happiness in life. This life is really like dust, very fragile, and can disappear at any time. This idea is really profound, and when I think about it, I realize that this impermanence is one of the things that helps us realize the true value of the present. Each of us, when facing the ups and downs of life, can easily forget that everything in this world is temporary. Therefore, the transience of life brings an important lesson. When we know that everything can pass, we appreciate the present moments even more. Life is short and always changing. If we keep worrying about the future or regretting the past, we will miss out on many wonderful things that the present has to offer. I think that once we give up worrying about what has happened and no longer yearn for what will come, we will truly live fully in every moment of our lives. And when we do that, we will realize that true happiness does not come from material things or external success, but from gratitude and appreciation for what we have right now. One of the great lessons in Buddhism and many other philosophies is to live fully in every moment of life. It is something that is easy to say, but difficult to do in reality. In a life full of worries, we often get caught up in thinking about the past, about things that have passed and cannot be changed, or about the future that we cannot predict. In fact, we often live in a state of not being here and now, instead of living fully in the present. Each moment in life is like dust, passing quickly and can disappear in an instant. It is our fragility, like dust, that makes this life more precious than ever. Dust teaches us that everything can change, and it is this change that makes us appreciate what we have right now. When we realize that everything will pass, we begin to live more fully in each present moment. And in fact, happiness is not something far away, not a destination or something we have to chase, but a journey of gratitude, of living fully and feeling every moment. We often hear that life is short, but do we really live as if we understand this? Do we make the most of what we have, or do we keep chasing after things that ultimately do not bring us true joy? If we truly understand that life is short, will we still be angry, still waste time on things that are not worth it? If we believe that life is truly impermanent, if we know that everything can disappear, would we still worry about things that don't matter? Would we still worry about material things, things beyond our control, and instead spend time appreciating what we have? Therefore, accepting the impermanence of life is the key to finding peace. When we understand that nothing is permanent, we can easily let go of unnecessary things, let go of worries, to open our hearts, to live fully in each moment. There is a saying in Buddhism that says, letting go is freedom. We cannot own everything, and we cannot control everything. Therefore, learning to let go is one of the great lessons in life. Imagine if everything you are attached to, from material things, relationships, to expectations about yourself and life, were taken away. How would you feel? It will certainly be difficult, but it is the challenge for us to understand that when we are no longer attached too tightly to external things, we will feel lighter and easily find inner peace. Letting go does not mean giving up everything around us, but realizing that nothing lasts forever, and that clinging to things we cannot control only makes us suffer. When we let go of attachment, we can live freely, not bound by the past or the future. All we need to do is live fully in the present, appreciate what we have, and feel peace in each moment. Ultimately, I think that happiness is not a destination, but a journey. And that journey begins by letting go of what is unnecessary, worries about the future, and regrets about the past. Happiness comes from living fully in each moment, from being grateful for what we have, even the smallest things in life. When we accept the impermanence of life and live in the present, we will realize that happiness is not a goal that we have to achieve. It is something that is available in every moment of life. Dust teaches us that everything can change, but it is that change that makes us appreciate what is present even more. Live fully and be grateful for this life, because happiness is a journey, not a destination. Let dust teach us about peace, and from there, you will realize that happiness is not something we have to search for, but something we can feel right in every moment. When we live in acceptance and let go of worries and distant dreams, we can truly open our hearts to receive the simplest and most precious things in life. Happiness is not in the things we own or the things we can achieve in the future, but in what we have and are experiencing right now. I used to think that happiness was something we had to strive for, a destination we had to reach. But then, when I learned to slow down and observe the life around me quietly, I realized that happiness is actually an inner state. It is not an out-of-reach goal, but a deep, gentle feeling when we are truly present in life. When we let ourselves feel the magic of every moment, even the smallest one. Waking up in the morning, seeing the sunlight through the window, hearing the birds chirping in the garden, or simply enjoying a cup of hot tea. Those moments can bring us great happiness if we truly appreciate them. Instead of being absorbed in unrealized plans or unfulfilled plans, we just need to live fully in the present, feeling the peace from the simple things around us. And then you will see that peace is not something far away, but a feeling that can be achieved right within yourself, no matter how stormy life is, how challenging it is, or how uncertain we feel. Peace is the ability to maintain a calm mind, no matter how turbulent the world around us is. From that peace, you will discover that happiness is not something we have to search for, but a feeling that we can find right within ourselves. Happiness comes from being grateful for what we have and accepting what we don't have. Instead of chasing after things that are beyond our control, learn to enjoy what is right in front of us. Life is short, and only when we live fully in each moment can we realize that happiness is an indispensable part of our journey.